Next door to me is Port Talbot. The steel is a very important part of any developed economy, as in any other economy. You need it for defence, you need it for your own sovereign capability and for security, and so of course you don't want cheap steel dumped on you by others where it's been heavily subsidised unfairly. I mean, come on. We're just... I've only got one life.
Any country which forgoes its culture, its heritage, can never succeed. And that's something we are very proud of. For us, it's development as much as it is our history, our culture, and our traditional value systems.
Next door to me is Port Talbot. The steel is a very important part of any developed economy, as in any other economy. You need it for defence, you need it for your own sovereign capability and for security, and so of course you don't want cheap steel dumped on you by others where it's been heavily subsidised unfairly, because the whole aim is to have free and fair trade. Sure. And just as you don't want forced labour in the supply chain, you need to address all of these issues. And of course, you've got to look at critical minerals and all of that. But so we in the UK, we've got to look at what the EU's just announced in relation to steel. But I mean, come on. We're just... I've only got one life. And how many of us just want to have these endless conversations where everybody's defending their own little corner of the world? And
in India, we have a final assembly line. We do the same in China. We have several locations. We produce in the US, so we have to do that. Otherwise, this new world order is against us. And if we can't embrace that, I think our business won't be global anymore. But we're doing this.
You're actually very bullish on India, generally.
I'm very bullish on India.
Do you think it will surpass China?
That's for him to answer. I think the ambition, which I sensed,
I'll tell you
the ambition on the entrepreneurial level was beyond what I heard everywhere in the world before on the entrepreneurial level lately, because they're coming from a position which is there's lots to catch up still. Right? If you think about GDP per capita, etc. But everyone I spoke to had a massive ambition, but not only that, excellent education and super good engineering.
I think the important issue is also age. We have a demographic dividend. Our average age is only 28
years, yeah.
Which you won't find in many other parts of the world, except, of course, Africa. Now, that young person now connected with the internet, and we have 1 billion internet users there, is very aspirational. That aspiration is driving him to work harder, is driving him to adopt new technologies, new languages, new countries. I think one must also recognize India's economy, while it may seem it's only a $4 trillion economy, on a purchasing power parity is already at 15 trillion. So the speed with which we'll be able to catch up, the speed with which we'll be able to grow, is there for us to capture. Rising wages, better living conditions, better quality of life. These aspirations are driving people's ambitions, people's effort. And I suspect going forward, just as in the last 4 years we were the fastest growing large economy, I see that continuing for at least 20-25 years in the future. And it's not a question of whether you surpass one or the other. It's a question of whether you give a good quality of life to your people. Good education, good housing, take care of their needs, and continue to maintain your traditions. So any country which forgoes its culture, its heritage, can never succeed. And that's something we are very proud of. For us, it's development as much as it is our history, our culture, and our traditional value systems.
So direct question.
Let's not forget one thing when I hear that. It's not an either or from a business point of view. It's an and.
It's and, not either or.
Yeah. It's an and if you take a mature, stable market like Europe for us, with the right policies, mind you, of course we can grow in Europe. And if it's not so much volume growth, it can still be revenue growth and qualitative growth because you have a more sophisticated product.
And a global market.
And then India will add both
They'll be living in a cocoon, while other trading partners will be trading around.
I think we should do much more, and maybe also as business, our voice is already strong, but maybe we should be even stronger.
It's not only business,
the most
it's
important
hurting
thing.
global trade also. So because of all these regulations, I suspect Europe is going to have an existential problem for their businesses. Their infrastructure is going to get costlier. Their automobiles and planes are going to get costlier. Their cost of living will be difficult to manage. And they'll be living in a cocoon, while other trading partners will be trading around the world with each other. And Europe will be left holding the can that we've got 73 regulations, which I have last counted, between European Union and the States. 73 regulations. It's nearly impossible to ever fulfill all the paperwork and the requirements and the additional tax burden. And in a way, they're seeking to hyphenate too many issues. Trade is about trade. Why are we hyphenating too many issues along with trade? We are actually messing up the free trade.
So, Minister Goyal, as an outsider looking in, you think European Union needs Elon Musk and Doge to break down the regulations?
I think Emma will do a good job.
Because Emma has a lot of frustrations, and I wanted to get to that before we take questions. You seem like you have some frustrations with the current EU